Welcome back to Unabashed You, Sue Crow. Wow, I had so much fun doing part one with you.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was. It was really fun.
You had some great truth bombs to share with us, some insight and wisdom, and oh
You
man,
are too flattering, Rochelle.
no. It's the truth. It's the truth. I mean, I talk to people at this. And I mean, I get so much from these conversations, and I'm hoping that
That's good.
the guest does, and then the listeners do too,
Yeah,
because we continue to want you to do the thing that God has put in your heart to do and to not miss out. You do not want to miss out. All right, Sue,
no.
let's get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
What is your favorite word?
So, one of my favorite words I don't actually use very often, but it is perchance.
Oh, perchance.
Perchance. Yes.
And is that because it has possibility in part of it, or why do you like that word?
Honestly, because my teenagers use it in such a fun little way that it just makes me laugh. I'll say, Lincoln, could you go get gas in the van? And he'll say, perchance I could do that for you, mother. And so I just like it because it makes me think of my kids a lot.
Oh, that is another fun family thing that you do. And your least favorite word.
My least favorite word is moist.
Oh my gosh, isn't that funny? That's truth. Why is that?
I don't know, but I think a lot of people don't like that word.
Yes, I know a lot of people don't like that word. I've
Yeah.
maybe used this as an icebreaker before, and it
Yeah.
comes up almost every time. Almost every
Yeah.
time. And when you think of the word moist, and I'm trying to think what's a word that rhymes with it? Hoist. But I don't have a problem with hoist. Do you have a problem with
No.
hoist? Hoist the sail.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing. I was like, moist. Why is it moist, not hoist or foist?
Oh,
Um,
foist.
yeah, but it's just moist. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Something about the M with the rest of
Yeah.
it is just, it's wrong. It's just
Yeah.
wrong. All right. And
Yes.
your favorite sound?
My favorite sound as a mom of five kids is silence.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my favorite.
It probably doesn't happen that often.
So I used to homeschool all of my kids, and now they're in public school, and it happens a lot more.
Yeah.
Although, yes, my husband is home, works from home now, so
Okay. All right.
I'm
Well,
still not alone like I wanted to be, but that's okay.
you get your silence where you can. That's
I
right.
do, yeah.
All right. And your least favorite sound?
My least favorite sound would be like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a guest recently who also said the last bite, like with the fork on the plate.
Oh,
Is that one for
yeah.
you too? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So fun to get to know you more. Have you
Yeah.
ever been told you look like someone famous?
I have not. I,
Really?
yeah, I have not.
I feel like we got to find somebody famous. I don't know who
Oh,
that's going to be, but we'll get back to
I
you
don't
on
know. I do have a son that looks like Flynn Rider with blonde hair, though.
Looks like Flynn. Okay, sadly, I do not know who
That's
Flynn
a Flynn
Rider is.
Rider is the
Sorry,
male
Flynn.
lead in the cartoon Rapunzel, the
Okay,
Disney movie
that
Rapunzel.
might explain part why I
Yeah.
don't know who that is. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, is there something that's really moving you right now? A book, a movie, something else?
Um, Not really.
Okay.
I
Again,
haven't,
there's no wrong
you
answers
know,
here. That's okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. So if you could donate $1 million to any charity, what cause would you choose?
so I just picked like LDS Charities, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Charities,
Okay.
because that's the church that I attend. I trust them and I would just like not have to think about where it was going and not have to research
Right.
because otherwise I would want to like dive deep and figure out where it was going and is this good
Right.
enough? And I was like, if I just give it to them, I trust them that they're going to do all kinds of good stuff with it.
Right. Isn't that nice just to kind of release
Yeah.
that? Like, here's some resources for you. Please do good things. And I'm
Yep.
out. I'm
Yep.
out.
That was,
Tax write-off next.
yep. There you go.
Oh, good. Okay. So, Sue, we're going to do our deep dive now for
Okay.
part two. As you know, we're in the series Permission to Want More, What's Next and What's Left. And so, um, I got to find my questions. Here they are.
Okay.
What or where have expectations from others shaped choices that you've made more than your own desires? We talked a little bit about that in part one. Have you noticed that? Um, uh,
Yeah.
okay, so tell us a little more.
So,
Yes, tell us.
uh, so I grew up in the 80s. I'm a girl with ADHD, and I learned really quickly what was expected of me by way of behavior and what
Mhm.
was allowed and what was not allowed. And so I put myself into this nice little perfect mold. And then I really did, like I said in the first part, dream of being a wife and a mother. And I took society's expectations of what being a wife and a mother looked like. And then I got some well-intended advice from church ladies about like not telling my husband to pick up his socks because it bothered me and um like keeping your mouth shut so you don't have arguments in your marriage. And I was like, okay, we do all of those things and that makes us good enough. And I
Ah,
kind of just listened to all of the outside voices
oh,
about what made me a good wife and mom and didn't listen to what was on the inside. And I eventually ended up on a whole lot of SSRIs, and it didn't lead to a good place. So,
okay, right. Okay, so you were, in some sense, sort of denying who you were,
oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
And you quote unquote wanted to be a good wife, but it's
yeah,
like who said that all of that equaled being a good wife? And so you had to take that and dismantle it. And how did you do
yes,
that? So you were on SSRIs for a while. That didn't
yeah,
happen to work for you.
yeah,
How, so I'm imagining this was a time process. It didn't just happen
oh
overnight.
yeah.
So what did
It's
you do? What did you do to get there?
so I went like 180 degrees out. I went from like people pleaser to almost like waving my middle finger at everybody. I don't recommend that.
Right.
Um, and then I swung back to the middle. But it was I did a lot of therapy to help me understand that I am of worth and of value and that I can have and my own opinion, like I'm allowed to have my own opinion. And
Sure.
then um coaching, I've had a life coach for over a decade now. Um
Okay.
Not a personal one, just like group like Jody does. But coaching has really helped me to just accept everybody's humanity and that my opinion, my experience, my thoughts, desires, values are just as valid as everybody else's.
Hmm.
Um, and only recently, like since January, when we were together for 3 days in San Diego, have I been able to really take ownership of that and say, no, this is this is what I want and this is what really works for me. And I'm so sorry if it doesn't work for you, but this is how I have to do it for me.
Right, 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 exactly. Um, I'm wondering, do you even feel the need to apologize? I'm so sorry if this doesn't work for you.
So it depends on who it is. Like,
Yeah.
so my husband and I have different needs in some of our, like time spent together, whatever.
Right.
Um, Specifically with time spent together, my husband would like to spend more time with me, and I need to have like five different plates spinning. And because if I don't have five different plates spinning, I get like grumpy and angry. But that means he gets a happier Sue when I'm with him, but he gets less of that happier Sue. And
Yeah.
so I feel like, oh, I'm sorry. I wish that I could give you more time with a happy Sue, but I
Ah,
can't give you more time with a happy Sue. I can give you more time with Sue, but she's going to be grumpy if you want her.
right.
And so
Yeah.
with
That's
that, I feel like oh, I wish I could do that for you, but I can't.
right. And that is a really interesting distinction. And you have reached the point of understanding yourself well enough to know your own chemical makeup, personal experience. All of that goes into, no, I have to have lots of things going on. That's how I thrive. And if you want quality, Sue, then
Yeah.
I still need to have those things going. So, you know,
Yeah.
right. That
Yep.
and that is a tremendous amount of self-awareness that brought you to a place of being able to recognize that about yourself and not only to recognize it, but to claim it and say,
Yeah.
this is who I am. This is what works for me. This is who you married.
Yeah.
I'm growing into being the best version of me I can.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, fantastic. Well,
Yeah. It took a
I'm
long time and a lot of work.
and isn't that part of why we're here in the first place, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't come out as babies knowing it all. And, that's kind of the whole point of being here is all this learning and growing and trial and error. And yeah, that is, and you're doing it so well. So you got to the point where you were able to trust your own opinion because you had that conviction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what boundaries do you think become necessary once you've decided that you want more? Because you were just talking about how you've got to have all the plates spinning
Yeah.
for you. So what does that look like for you?
What does that? It looks like um, less time with my friends, less time with my husband. But that's because what I want more of is not doesn't involve them in directly. Does that make sense? So
Right,
like if I wanted more of more time with my friends, I would do less coaching.
right,
Um, so I think the boundary part for me, is what boundaries became necessary. It's in me learning how to not let- it's not like FOMO, like
right.
like fear of
Uh,
missing out. I'm not afraid of missing out. Like I know I have a group of friends that we get together. We've got every other Thursday for like 3 years. And now instead of hanging out with them for 4 hours every other Thursday, I hang out with them for 2 hours once a month. And I know I'm missing out on that connection. But right now, for me, I need to be okay with that
mm,
and move forward in the area that I need to be moving forward in for myself.
right. And no matter what no matter what we're working toward, growing toward, there is sacrifice involved.
Yeah.
Even in the relationships you described, there is sacrifice, and that's another part of learning about, being here for this life is there are sacrifices to be made. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just a part of it, and you are willing to do that, and you choose to do that so that you can progress and grow in this other area, which ultimately is going to continue to grow Sue into
Yeah.
a version that she just is like, yes, I'm doing the thing. This is so great.
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing. Did well, we partly know the answer to this already. Did anyone resist your growth and how do you navigate that?
So the biggest resistance was my husband,
Okay.
and he just wanted a lot more time with me than I was willing to give him, which sounds kind of selfish, but like I said earlier, like you can have more, but I'm going to be grumpy. Or you can have less, but I'm going to be happy and engaged and we're going to connect and it'll be fun. Um,
And is
yeah.
he seeing that? Do you see his own sort of evolution of starting to recognize, oh my gosh, he may not say, oh
I
my gosh, she was right, but he's living the, oh my gosh, she was right.
um in some ways, yeah, I can.
Okay.
He's at least accepted that I need a lot of things going. Um, but I know that deep down he wishes that I was still satisfied just like hanging out with him and doing everything with him.
Right.
Um, and I know that because he's told me. But
Well, and he married you. He married you.
yes,
He married a woman who needs to have five things going at one time. It's not like
yeah.
he didn't kind of know that on some level, right?
I mean, when we met, I was a high school teacher, a cheerleading coach, and working nights. So, I mean, if he didn't know, maybe it was because he didn't want to know.
Oh my gosh. Well, and that's that he fell in love with you. So
He
that's,
did, yeah.
no matter who we marry, and ourselves included, there's always that side like, okay, oh, turns out they're not perfect. Okay,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So how or do you have any guilt over choosing yourself? And if so, how do you handle it?
Um, I I was so close to being like, no, I don't have any guilt because I
Well,
usually don't choose myself enough. Like I choose for me right now, I still have kids at home, and so my motherhood will always trump my business.
right,
That not my growth and my personal development, but like I could hit business markers faster if I wasn't going to spend an hour and a half driving the wrestling carpool today. But I am a mom, and so I will be driving the wrestling carpool today. Um, Sometimes I do feel a little guilty about not spending as much time with my husband as he would like.
right. Well, and that's honest and that's real. However, at the very same time, I find that there's always two things happening in our, at least in our,
Yeah,
especially in terms of feelings or what have you. At the same time, you like we've talked about, you recognize that the best suit needs to be doing this right now, and
yeah,
I'm doing this right now, and when we are together, it's going to be so great. And when I'm
yeah,
busy, and it's okay to say no. I mean that can be a kind of boundary, even with your kids. Like, well, mom's doing this right now. I'll catch up with you in 30 minutes or whatever it is.
yep,
It's, we don't want to meet a person's needs every single second of every single time they have it, because then they don't build. I mean, we wait.
yeah.
Sometimes we have to be patient sometimes. And that,
That was a hard lesson for me to learn.
oh my
That
God.
was a really hard lesson for me to learn, but I learned it.
Right, right. And it's so very important, an important one to learn, um, because we don't just have everything every moment, every time we want it. It would be, I think we would just become extraordinarily entitled, selfish, self-indulgent,
Yeah,
that nobody wanted to be around.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Is there anything in conclusion, Sue, that you feel like you just didn't quite get to say something that you want to say?
Um, just a little reflection. Like it's never going to be perfect, and
Right,
you're never going to be 100% satisfied with your ability to distribute yourself in all the ways that you want, right?
right.
You're
Yeah.
something is always left undone, and that's okay. It doesn't have to
Ah,
be 100% finished.
right.
You can keep working on it. You can come back to it.
Right. That's so good. Sue, I don't know. I don't know if you need to write a book or start a
I do not
podcast.
need to write a book. That does not sound fun.
Well, you've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight, and the fact that you have chosen yourself and your own growth and to follow through on this passion that you have and turn it into purpose is very moving. It's inspiring. I really admire you for it.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I thank you for being a guest today. Oh, let's find out.
Absolutely.
Where can people find you if you want to be
Oh,
found? Don't want to forget that.
sure. You can find me at Sue Crow Coaching on Instagram. It's SUECROW and then coaching.
Yay. Okay. Sue,
Yeah,
this has been wonderful. I'm so
absolutely.
very grateful to have had you for guests and to get this time to connect a little bit more.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.